Hello, hello, this is Ignacy Trzewiczek, Portal Games. Live from Poland, from Gliwice. We are celebrating today 20th birthday of Portal Games. Yes. We will have a cake in a moment, we will have a champagne in a moment, but before that, a few nice announcements about our upcoming game. Start with looking to the past, for the past few months.
In the 9th position, we have Detective, a modern crime board game from Portal Games.
My number 8 is Portal Games Detective.
My number 7, guess what? It's from Portal Games Detective, a modern crime board game.
I am putting Detective, a modern crime board game, and Chronicles of Crime in the same spot.
My number 2 and your number 1 is
Detective! So they're both 7. That's going to be Chronicles of Crime and Detective.
The next one is Detective, a modern crime board game.
My number 8 is Detective from Portal Games.
my number 4, Detective. Solid.
That was for sure Detective year 2018. We are very proud what we achieved with Detective. We are very proud of what our friends from Chronicles of Crime achieved. Absolutely a stunning year for us. More than 86,000 copies sold worldwide of Detective last year. And just this week we got a nomination for the expert category for Detective. Other games in this category is Keyforge, so it is Asmodee versus Portal Games. I love this challenge, so we will see in a couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks in Cannes, we will see was the best game according to the France in the category of expert. Thank you for that. It is an absolutely stunning year for us, and we are very, very proud with Detective.
Alexa, open Detective the board game.
Welcome in the Detective, Case 6, Suburbia. Headquarters of Antares, Ohio branch, February 13th, 8 a.m. EDT.
Alexa, look around the neighborhood and question the neighbors.
The house at 602 Dawnview Street has a view looking upon several of the neighboring houses. You log into the system and gather information about the... The door is opened by a middle-aged woman wearing a sporty outfit.
Alexa, final report.
What was the motive for Susan Novak's murder?
We are very happy to announce that Detective is going for Alexa with the free case number 6, Suburbia, available in a few weeks for free for everybody who wants to play Detective and play Suburbia case. We believe that Detective is a game that has a wide appeal and everybody can actually just recommend to play Detective to their friends, to their family. And now Detective in the form of this drama is a perfect way to have a game night with your friends, just listening to this amazing case, making notes and trying to solve it. So this is it. This is what we were working for the past few months. Detective on Amazon Alexa, I hope in a very, very few weeks, available for free for everybody. So, and of course, LA Crimes, we already spoke about it here in the Polish keynotes, but let's remind, it will be released in March 2019, so very, very close. 3 new cases, 1 big campaign. We are moving the time story to the 80s. The case takes place in 1986, September, in Los Angeles, and we have a new mechanism. We have, of course, new scenarios, new killers, new cases to solve. We are very proud of that, and it will be, as I said, in March 2019 release. So it's coming, and I can't wait to see you playing the game. So if you are playing Detective and not finished yet the base game, it's high time to finish the base game because the new cases are coming.
Alexa, open Portal Games.
Welcome in a Portal Games skill. What is your question?
Tell me about the blue net.
When the Dragon Empire plays the net order, they place a blue net token on any champion, rune or banner. Netted tile, cannot attack, use any feature or move until the end of the next battle. The blue net token should be removed afterwards.
Alexa, how many net tiles Dragon Empire has?
The Dragon Empire has 12 order tiles in total. 7 battle tiles that can be alternatively used to activate charge, 4 move tiles, and a single net tile.
Alexa, does the rune of disarmament stop charge?
When a champion charges into a space connected to the rune of disarmament, it ends the move but does not attack as it's now affected by the rune.
Alexa, open Portal Games.
Welcome in a Portal Games skill. What is your question?
Portal Games is known for terrible rulebooks, and I don't like this reputation, so we did everything we can to help you play our games. And yes, we did a terrible rulebook for 51st State. I wrote it back then. We did terrible rulebook for Robinson Crusoe. It was once again, I was involved. We did terrible rulebook for the First Martians. That was not my fault. But we have a long story of failing you, our fans. You are buying our game, you have high hopes to have a great time with the game, and then there is this problem, the rulebook. The First Martian problem was devastating for me personally and for the whole company. We promise it will never happen again, and indeed in 2018 both our rulebooks for Detective, for Monolith Arena, for Amazon Faction, all of that was perfect, was clear, was easy to understand, and there was no issues. But my belief is that having a clear to understand rulebook is not enough. It is just a standard thing. It is a normal thing to have a rulebook that explains how to play the game. We need to excel. We need to show that our failures were changed to something much, much better. So here we have, as a first board game company, using Alexa skill to help you play our games. You can play Monolith Arena and ask literally any question about the rules, and we put answers for every single question. It is playing Monolith Arena as if Michael Orage was sitting next to you, just answering all your questions. You will never have to browse the rulebook again. You will read it once when you start the game, and then you will start the game, and then anything you doubt, anything you want to ask, you just ask Alexa, and we have answers for you prepared. We hope to have every single game released this year with this feature, and we are waiting for feedback for you. And we really hope that the disaster that was the First Martians, we are able to change into something super successful, and in the future, in a 3, 5, 10 years, Portal Games will be known as a best user experience games with the rules that are clear, smooth, and with watch it play the videos before you start the game, or with Alexa answering every single question you might have for the game. We hope that you will recognize Portal Games in the future as a company that helps you play the game. Monolith Arena will be the first skill that you can test, you can play, and you can play Monolith Arena with that. And then with the new games as well, we are coming with the skills to play. Monolith Arena, one of our games we released last year, and everybody, literally every reviewer was saying, great game, I cannot wait for the expansions. We didn't announce the expansion, but they were waiting already, so yes, we had something, of course we had something. Academics, the new army designed by Michael Orage and developed by Michael Walczak. Very few units, well-trained army with lots of runes that support this unit banner that slows opponent units. So Academics army will be released this year at Gen Con. It is in development right now. It's awesome. And Monolith Arena, yes, as you were expecting, we are going to support this line, the new armies, because Michael Orage is a genius, and we love to give you more and more and more armies. But there were many questions about what will happen to Neuroshima Hex. So I'm happy to announce that, of course, yes, we are not abandoning Neuroshima Hex. Of course, we have new stuff for you. Hello world, I told you that people love Neuroshima Hex in Poland here, right? Sandrunners, designed by Michael Walczak. This is the guy who co-created Cry Havoc, who works with Michael Orage very closely, who is absolutely genius and loves tactical games. He was working with us for Neuroshima Tactics back then, and this is his army, Sandrunners.
Hey, Stephen Bonacor here, coming to you from sunny Florida, USA. Sorry I couldn't be with you today in Poland, too cold for me, but Ignacy has a big announcement to make. Another partnership with Stronghold Games and Portal Games. Stronghold Undead, go!
Steven forgot to mention his street dates, but his next street date is Flaming Rouge Meteor, as far as I remember, released this week. But Kickstarter for Undead. This is a new news. We presented Stronghold Undead during the Essen show, that we are going to release it as a standalone game. And now the update for that is that we are starting Kickstarter May 14, 2019. We are doing it with Stronghold Games. And why is that? Because we believe that Stronghold is amazing two-player game, but it's a heavy, it's difficult, and it will never have a mass market appeal. So we decided to go with the Kickstarter to present you the game with the amazing stretch goals, with amazing value. Go directly to you. You will find this game appealing, we hope. And in May, we hope to have support from you. Stronghold Undead, once again, I want to remind you, it will be a standalone game in the line of Stronghold. New forces of evil, new forces of good guys defending the castle. And you know the story. It's an absolutely amazing two-player game, very niche, very difficult. And now time for something newish. So Prêt-à-Porter, it is really coming. For years we were teasing you with the new edition of Prêt-à-Porter, and we are teasing you with the new changed theme, but there were so many of our fans asking us to keep the old crazy old theme, but because it's a very rich, we are going with the Kickstarter with that. So there will be Kickstarter campaign. We signed Kwanchai Moria, one of the best illustrators in the industry right now. He did Dinosaur Island, for example, and he's doing the artwork. We are changing the components. We are, of course, changing the rulebook. That's obvious. We are adding new cards, we are adding new abilities, we are doing a full-blown amazing Kickstarter for you, because this game, heavy Euro game from Portal Games, designed by me many, many years ago, deserves absolutely stunning edition with the Kickstarter new support. We hope it will be absolutely dream. It's happening. It's happening this year, and we hope to deliver the game even this year. We'll see. Third edition of Prêt-à-Porter coming hopefully this year. And it's been a phenomenal 5 years. Imperial Settlers was released in 2014. We all together released, as you can see, more than 700 cards. I could never imagine that back then in 2014 when we were going for our first Gen Con. 3 big expansion, 3 small expansion. It was a great, great journey. So we have a big box for you guys. It's a big box to store everything that was already released for the game. This is us celebrating 5 years anniversary for Imperial Settlers. In this big box, we will have a great plastic insert that store all the cards and have some space for more, of course. It has alternative factions that are not cut in the house, and there is a new deck of the common cards, the absolutely new abilities and things. Will be available for you only through our web store, so this is an exclusive item only for you. It will not in distribution, not in the game stores. It's only for our hardcore fans who have all these expansions, all these promos, and have no clue how to store it. We have a clue, and we have a big box for you to celebrate 5th birthday of Imperial Settlers.
Hey! What?
I'm happy to announce a brand new game, standalone game, set in the world of Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North, absolutely new game that will be released hopefully this Gen Con. This year, we have 3 new factions that works absolutely different than in a base game because it's a new game. And for each of these factions, we have 2 different decks. So altogether in this box, you will find 6 unique decks. You can choose any of these decks to play. It's an engine building game. There are lots of combos, lots of interesting cards and possibilities, and of course, cute artwork. This one, baby, is coming. And yes, this is our big release for Gen Con, but we have something more. Surprise! Everybody's on this. Roll and write for the win, right? This is the theme of the year. Everybody has their own roll and write, and I believe that this cute artwork for Imperial Settlers is the best way to make a roll and write game. So of course we did it is a new game in this line of Imperial Settlers. It is engine building game, which is very interesting because in most of the roll and write games, you start with lots of spaces where you can put the numbers, and with each round you have less and less spaces, and you have this problem where to put the numbers. Here it is quite opposite. You start with very few possibilities because you have not enough resources, but because it's an engine building game, you will have a chance to build new buildings. Each game has in each game you have 6 buildings, and you have to choose which buildings to build and which resources to trade for the victory points, like in engine building games. And it depends on you at what point you will change to switch to make victory points and no longer build the buildings. But we have more. We have here, as you can already see, we have 2 modes of play, a challenge mode and adventure mode. Challenge mode is a standard mode, as in most roll and write games. So we have sheets of paper, everybody gets 1 sheet, roll dice, make some numbers, does some stuff, etc., etc. We know that, but the adventure mode is something absolutely new. In this mode, you will get a notepad with 48 unique sheets of paper. Each time you play, you have a completely different set of buildings and different abilities and different possibilities. And with that, we call it adventure mode because we expect you will play solo. Each time you play, you have different buildings, different possibilities to score. So you have a challenge mode when you play with your friends, everybody has the same sheet, or you play at home solo, and you have each time you play, it's something different. So these are 2 notepads included in roll and write. Engine building, as I said, so it is a tough choice when you stop building and start actually scoring, selling the resources, and it is cute because it's Imperial Settlers world. So this is roll and write from us. One more thing, and released at UK Game Expo, one of the biggest shows in Europe. Very successful for us last year, so this year we are going to UK Game Expo with this brand new release, roll and write from Imperial Settlers. So this is all that we want to announce from the things that we design, the things that we are working with our development team, with Asia, with me, with Matt, and all my playtesters. Detective, very successful last year. Sandrunners, we support Neuroshima Hex. Empires of the North, brand new standalone game, brand new game, roll and write for Imperial Settlers. We confirm Prêt-à-Porter Kickstarter this year, LA Crime coming in March, Stronghold Undead in May. We start Kickstarter and deliver at the end of the year. Academics for Monolith Arena itself for Alexa, new feature and a big box for our hardcore fans. And of course, as every single good keynotes, we have something more. We are proud and thrilled to announce a new line of expansion for Detective, written and designed by the best storytellers in the industry, Rob Daviau, Pandemic Legacy, and Mike Selinker, Pathfinder. This will be a standalone case, so it is a one case you can play with your friends, not campaign, not something that you have to devote the whole group for the sum of the weeks. No, we are just having one game night and having absolutely amazing case. These 2 gentlemen, I'm personally big fan of them. For me, they are icons of the industry. And both are fans of Detective, so we are very proud and very happy to understand and know that they are going to write for us cases. These cases, hopefully this year, later this year from these 2 gentlemen, and we hope to have more for you standalone cases from other designers. This is our year for this year. New expansion for Detective, new expansion for Monolith Arena, new expansion for Neuroshima Hex, and of course 2 new games, Imperial Settlers Roll and Write and Imperial Settlers Empire of the North. That's it from the thing that we design here in-house in Poland. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments on YouTube, you can put them in the comments. I will answer them. For all of you here, of course, I'll be here for you right now. Thank you.